Hey guys, welcome to In the Zone. So, when we were talking about our first video about zones, we were talking about the different color zones and self-regulation. Another important piece about this is not only knowing what zone you fit in and the reasoning why you feel that way or what happened to make you feel that way, but we also have to think about the size of the problem. And the size of the problem is important because it helps us realize what our reaction was. So if our reaction was appropriate to what the problem was. Now, you can feel your emotions. If you felt like it was a huge problem at that time, then that's how you were feeling. But usually, what happens is when we look back at what the problem was, or how we felt, or why we felt that, we're able to realize that maybe we might have overreacted to the problem. And that overreaction can cause, let's say, not a really good result sometimes, like things that we could do that would get us in trouble, or we could hurt another friend, or we can hurt ourselves, or we could just be so angry or so heightened in emotion that we might say things that we don't really mean. So it's really important to know the size of the problem and to react appropriately so that maybe we don't hurt someone's feelings or we don't bottle up our emotions so much that we get so heightened in the feelings and so red zone. Okay, so let's go over some problems so we can rate it on our size of the problem scale. Okay, so let's say someone took your toy. I know you would feel mad. I would feel mad. I would also feel a little bit sad. Well, instead of pushing them or yelling or, grabbing the toy right out of them, we can solve that. That's a little problem. We can use our words and say, "Excuse me, I was using that. Maybe we can share," right? Another problem is if we lose at a game. Well, I know that that would make you upset. That would make me upset too. I agree. But at the same time, we have to think about how we'd react to that problem. Are we going to take the game and throw it? Are we going to rip the game? Are we going to break the game? Are we going to delete the game or throw the game out? Well, we might react that way in the moment, but we need to think, is that the proper way to react to that problem? We could say, you know what? I need a break because I lost and I'm feeling mad. And then you would take some time to bring your emotions down and to calm yourself down by using different strategies that we know or that we will be learning in the zones and that we can put in our at-home toolbox. Okay? Now, another big problem is if somebody says something to you that makes you really upset and makes you sad and mad. And you can react by saying things back that you might not mean. And that's okay sometimes, but remember, you need to see the size of the problem and say, you know what? I shouldn't react that way. I need to go back and I need to talk to them, solve the problem, and maybe say something that you do mean. Like, I still want to be your friend. I was mad and I'm sorry. It happens, right? Now, another huge emotion that could happen is if somebody puts hands on. It happens, unfortunately. And sometimes you put hands on too, right? Now, reacting to that moment would be putting hands back on. Now, that's a big emotion. Whenever you're hurting someone or you get hurt, that means that our reaction is super big. That would be in the red, right? But I know that you guys have some strategies that we can use. So let's get to it. We use our words and we can say, "Ouch, that hurt. Please don't do it." You can go tell whoever's home at that time or a teacher when we're back at school. Okay. Now that would be an overreaction with you putting your hands on first. Okay. Now we're not talking about the person who put their hands on first. We're talking about yourself and how you would react to that situation. Okay. Now, remember, we react certain times, we react in different situations, but when we get back into our zone and we think about it, and we think about what zone we're in, why we're in there, what happened, how we can solve the problem next time, that's when we realize that if we overreacted and what we could do next time. Okay? Now, this is a learning strategy, guys. It's not going to be perfect. It's not always going to work out the way that we think it'll work out, and that's okay because we are learning. Everything that we do when we get back into our green zone is when we think over things and we're calm and we can think of different reactions and different ways to solve that problem. That would help you for the next time if you're in a similar situation. That's what reacting to the size of the problem means. It means when you're able to know what the problem is and think about it, when you're calm and your mind is settled and you're in the green zone, what we would do next time if that problem happened. Okay? So, size of the problem, very important. So, usually what we do is when we are in a situation and we're feeling certain emotions is that we try and see what zone we are in. Listen to our emotions, feel our emotions, understand why we're feeling it, what happened. Then when we're calmed down and we're able to kind of focus in on that problem, we'll be able to realize what size of the problem it was that we reacted. So we might have reacted too high, and we know that next time we might have to bring that back down and use a different strategy or use a different way to solve that problem or to help us not feel that way. Okay? So remember what zone we're in, why we feel that way, what happened, the size of the problem to figure out if we overreacted. If the problem happens again, we will know what to do and how not to react and maybe try different tools and strategies to help that. Okay? Thanks for coming to In the Zones. See you later.